Daily sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Miami Dolphins. Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run here with Raymond Calais. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They fake the handoff, now Locke. He'll get this to his running back, Calais. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To throw is Perkins. Dancing to his left. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
And he'll have a Dolphins first down as the tackle made at about the 38. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And some space here. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 47 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Throwing is Perkins. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. Now Perkins. He'll get that complete to Alvaro. Touchdown! Alvaro Cuebuna. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that will tie our score here, this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. This is Mostert. First down and a little extra from Mostert. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. A big play there for the Raiders. These 2 teams all tied after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
They hand it off to Mostert. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Here's Mostert. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Drew Lock with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 54 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Dolphins. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears weren't realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On play action. Lock. Flushed out right. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
We talk about mobility in quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Locke. Escaping the pressure right. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run, Calais. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal. To throw it is Locke. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On now is the field goal team. Here's the Raiders. We'll try for 3. McCann's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. That's complete. Okuegbunam. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw on 2nd down, Perkins. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So it's first and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Back to throw. Perkins. He'll buy some time right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A final shot before half for Locke. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
63 yards rushing for him now to this point.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now a play fake here on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He finds some open field here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Right back to him on first down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Oh, he didn't spike it. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Davion Taylor in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Looking to throw. Perkins. Flush to his right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get...
No escape for Locke, and he'll go down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
After the sack on first down, Locke. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they've got...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Raiders are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Block off of play action. Being chased out left. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
At the 28-yard line.
Back to throw. Perkins going for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
you
right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Locke. His throw incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They look to throw. It's Locke. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his target, Harris. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 149 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Play action. Now it's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Here's Locke. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
On 1st and 10, it's Evans. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? Yeah, this is going to depend on his spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 18. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Locke. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
Check back 11, check back 11. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
Here's Mostert. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone, and only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Locke trying again after the pick 6. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
We often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossen. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong.